Welcome to the Flux Motorsport GT1 Championship. As Lecky would say, it's that time again. 8 p.m. UK time on a Thursday. Here we are in France at Rouen Les Essarts. This is round 7 of 8 of the GT1 Championship. And as we can see, it's at least starting out as a dry track, which has been quite a rare sight in the GT1 Championship so far. Just under 10 minutes to go here. Looks like Linga has taken that pole position. Our results here, Linga Bazinga has taken the pole position with a 144.0. He will be starting alongside Destroyer with 0.4 seconds off that pace. And next row we have Starling Bongo in that Mercedes, orange Mercedes, and Lil God in the first Panaz in the grid. Second Panaz, Blank File, he was our winner last time out, so keep an eye on him, see what he can do in the start. And then we have Merlin in sixth, another Mercedes, and also the same kind of livery as Destroyer, so those red mirrors will be something to watch out for. Boof Jumbo gets a great result in his Panaz, going up to 7th place. Jack Demenzes in the first Toyota, and only Toyota, I believe, this race. 8th place for him. 9th, we have Jelmer or Martin in his Mercedes, or Mertalis. Would have expected him to start a little bit further up the grid, but we've seen him pull off some strategy calls and make them work, and pass a whole bunch of people as a result. Dirk Diggler, another Panaz in 11th, and Green Gaming, we do have the second Toyota here, so great to see. The lights are on, and lights out here at France. Linga Bazinga gets a great start. Destroyer not as much, he slots in behind Linga. Snarling behind Destroyer, and getting into a single file line right off the bat into that left corner, turn 2. Linga is racing down towards the hairpin. Let's see how brave they're going to be on the brakes here into the first lap. They're all playing it kind of safe. Linga goes a bit wide. Destroyer takes the lead. He sneaks up the inside, and he's going to be leading us through the latter part of the lap. Probably there's not many parts to pass here in this section. And oh no, we have hay bales. We have hay bales on the track, and Destroyer is spun around. I think he clipped those hay bales on turn 9, and he's spun. Luckily, no one seemed to collect him while his car was sideways. We'll have to see after the race other drivers' point of view of that incident. Snarling Bongo making big gains here into first, ahead of Linga Bazinga. Lil God going wide off the track in the last corner. It's possible that he might have sustained some damage. And onto lap 2 now, Snarling Bongo in the lead. Let's look down the order here. Lil God remaining in 3rd, Blank File up to 4th. Jack Demenzes up to 5th place. Immortalis already in 6th place. Jumbo staying in 7th. Merlin in 8th. And we have another incident. I think that was Jack Demenzes back up to the front. We have Snarling Bongo still leading, although Linga Bazinga is right behind him. Looks like we have another battle here between Jack Demenzes and Merlin. Merlin chasing down that Toyota. And we can already see Jack Demenzes has gone quite a ways up the road and is now behind Booth Jumbo. Back up to the front. Snarling Bongo still in the lead. Linga right behind him. And Merlin is being chased by Dirk Diggler here. So Merlin seems to be falling back just a little every lap. Dirk Diggler has been gaining a few tenths on him bit by bit. See what they can do through turn 1. It is flat out through turn 1. That is something I did not expect in a race setup with this much fuel in the car. Flat out through turn 1. Oh, and Dirk Diggler has spun it through turn 2. He might have touched one of those curbs. Immortalis just getting past him there. Snarling Bongo. Oh! Linga Bazinga has just gone sideways across the track there. Snarling taking back that lead. Linga was momentarily in front. And what is going on with the timing board here? Ah, that's Little God. Little God has just taken the lead. That's what's happened. So we have a Panos in front once again. And oh no. More contact. More contact in the race, and Linga is back in the front, so they're swapping positions left and right here. Wow, that was quite a bit of shuffling around in a short amount of time. Linga back in the front. Snarling Bongo is gonna have to make that pass again. Snarling Bongo getting chased by Little God. He's fallen back a little bit from Linga. Oh, Little God just touching the back of Snarling Bongo's car there. We have Dirk Diggler just coming out of the pits there, and Chelmer in the pits again. So I believe that's his second time in for repairs. As Jack Menzies flies by, and he will take 9th. These 3 cars on the straight here, looks like Merlin is going to go for the inside line. He's, a bit braver on the brakes, but I think he went a little too deep and went out wide into the outside line where Booth Jumbo was, and a little bit of contact there. Onto lap 12 for these drivers. Immortalis getting very close to the back of Booth Jumbo. Bumpers practically touching through the hairpin. Hopefully no damage caused there to either of their cars. I think the hay bales have been cleared already from the outside of that corner as Immortalis goes on the outside of Booth Jumbo. Looks like he's going to try and make a move around, and he's already in front before the corner. So I wonder if Booth Jumbo does have some front aero damage on that car. It looks like he's going into the pits here. So that could be damage, could be a scheduled pit stop, combination of both. Back in the front here, we have Linga Bazinga with a 1.3 second gap to Lil God. Lil God has caught up quite significantly through the last couple of laps. I think he's cut down that gap to half. That Mercedes looks like it's topping out at around 180. We have 182 for the Panos, 184 towards the end, right until up to the braking zone. Panos has a little bit of a top speed advantage here, but not by much. But that could be partly why we see just the 1 or 2 miles an hour down the straight, all the way down the straight. That could be why we see Little God catching here through the... oh! That could also be why we have Linga Bazinga going into the pits here. Has he gone to the wrong pit stall? I think he Might have gone to the wrong pit box there. There it is. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what drivers decide to stay out, what drivers might have opted for the hard compound of tires. Lil God also pitting here. So it looks like most of the drivers, if not all, will be planning to make a pit stop. Lil God has come out in front of Linga Bazinga after that cycle of pit stops. It's about a 4-second gap. Merlin continuing to chase down Snarling Bongo. Blank File is caught up again to these two Mercedes, so we have 4th, 5th, and 6th within 1.5 seconds of each other, going onto the pit straight again to start lap 20. I'll probably be looking to finish in the top 5 in the championship at this point. Blank File looks like he does have that straight line speed. He goes past Merlin on the inside of that corner there, the inside of turn 10, down the start finish straight. It looks like that was his best lap as well, by a quite a margin, 0.8. So Blank File really pushing now at the end of this race. Oh, and pushing just a little too hard. He locked up into the hairpin, locked up into turn 3, and made contact with Snarling Bongo, sent him spinning around. Now it looks like Immortalis has dropped back to Merlin, with Immortalis on that alternate strategy of possibly using his hard tires here. Right at the end of the race, looks like those tires have. Oh, it's that Jelmer. Martin is off the track. Oh, Immortalis goes wide in the hairpin in turn 3. The car not stopping quickly enough for him. And there it is. Merlin gets past. The tires on as... Oh, yeah. Immortalis goes a bit wide. It looks like the tires on his car are just not holding up. Lil God crosses the line for P1. Linga Bazinga taking 2nd place, as we see Merlin just going down the back straight here. Snarling Bongo gets past Immortalis. Immortalis dropping to 5th place. Merlin just coming around the final corner. A little bit of a lift just to make sure, as Merlin comes across the line for 3rd. Snarling Bongo in 4th, Immortalis in 5th. Lil God, another victory for him in the GT1s that will bring the championship points even closer together, as Linga Bazinga, the championship leader, comes in 2nd place. Merlin in 3rd, quite a ways back from 2nd, but a podium nonetheless. He was able to get past Snarling and Immortalis right at the end there, who come 4th and 5th. Blank File is a 6th position for him. Win out last week at Brno, so he would have been looking for a better result here at Rouen Les Essarts. Dirk Diggler in 7th, Boof Jumbo in 8th place, Martin or Jelmer in 9th, Jack Menzies, the first Toyota, making it a top 10 for him. And those will be all of our finishers for the race. Thank you for tuning in to our GT1 race here, round 7 of 8. Next week will be our final race of the season, and I believe our top 2 championship contenders are within single digits now of points, so that will be quite a showdown. I have been McToasty. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.